There are 3 dead kids buried in our backyard. They told me where we could find them. My daughter had an imaginary friend named Sally. She told me once about how Sally was in jail for chopping her mother's head off. One night, I was babysitting my friend's children. The youngest, who was about 5 years old, drew a picture of a woman hanging from the ceiling. She looked up at me and said, "She told me to draw this. She's coming for you. Hide." I was looking after my little cousin in Montana one night, and he started telling me about the creeper man, who lives in his mom and dad's bedroom. He brings it up after he visits them. I made the mistake once of asking what he looks like. He said, "Oh, he doesn't have a face." I once babysat a girl named Sarah who used to love when I babysat. I know this because her mom used to tell me how she always requested me over the others. But Sarah took it a step further one evening and said, "When you die, I want to put you in a glass jar so I can keep you and see you forever." I lost my boyfriend to a stray bullet a few months back, and when I went to visit his little cousin for a few days after it happened, he came up to me while I was crying. He asked me why I was crying, and so I told him that I missed my boyfriend. He gets this confused look on his face and then says, "Why? He's sitting on the front porch." After tucking him in, he said, "You know, I'd never killed anybody. They didn't have to take my arm. But the ground was all covered in my blood." My friend and I were babysitting her 4-year-old cousin one night, and she really believed in all that reincarnation stuff, and decided to test out her theories on her little cousin. She began asking him questions that he didn't quite understand, but then stated it simply. "What were you before?" He replied that he was a conductor and waved his hands in the motion that a conductor would. The problem with this was that the little boy was born blind. I watched a few kids while their parents were at a movie. I put the youngest kid to bed and watched TV till the parents came home. The next day the parents called. According to the 4-year-old kid, I stood in the doorway and stared at him for a very long time, smiling. I was so confused and didn't know what to say.